2019, I'm on tour for Igor. And I'm in Colorado. We riding our bikes around and shit. Some kid DMs me this video. I think it was like it was a band in, I think, North Carolina. And they play Earthquake with the fucking horns and all that. So I was like, yo, I want to make a song with like the horn sections and the big 8 the drums. So niggas like in them colleges could play it. And I came up with this one.
Y'all niggas know what's up. Say pandemic. Yo. Oh, you want to see a pandemic?
Again, my sons in the thing today. Look, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Crucial Conflict. I'm currently by myself, just for a moment, waiting on some of the other guys to come in. Big shout outs to all our viewers every week. Yeah, boy, it's just me today. So you know it's gonna be a little messy. It's not gonna be messy. I'm not gonna look, it ain't gonna be messy. But thank you to all our viewers that's been with us since day one. Thank you. We see some people that continue to there's some people that really just send us some stars every fucking week. We appreciate all that. Shout out to everyone that keeps the show going on. Look, I have to send. I told you, it's me by myself, so I gotta be petty and messy. I just want to personally send a shout out. I have some other stuff I'm going to get to that. I just want to send a personal shout out to Jamal Rubaloo. Over the weekend, Jamal Rubaloo thought about the band director at Aries. And Jamal, I wish he was on here right now. Jamal Smoke, them guys from Reed on tenor drum. And you know what? He told me that he was going to do this. And that man said exactly what he was going to do. He said it and he did it. So Reed has taken another loss. And this have done my heart so well. I am so excited. I thank you, Jamal. John Mack, the Mac Attack. I will never say anything bad about John Mack. Again, John Mack, I love you. I wish y'all band wouldn't have thrown y'all band instruments out of the band room in 98, 99. But John Mack is on a roll today. Look, Reed has taken another L. And yes, thank you. Reed has taken it. Jeanette, I'm sorry. Jeanette, I'm sorry. And you be sending us stars. But Reed has taken another L. I told y'all, boy, Reed drum section wasn't good like that. Thank you, Jamal. Big shout out to Jamal Rubaloo. Look, some other stuff going on. I'm going to get into some other stuff that's going on. Look, bro, we got a lot. Look, band director movement right now is moving like in the NBA and NFL free agency. NFL and NFL, NBA free agency. Look, big shout out. First, before I even give shout outs to people with these new positions, I saw something today, and I think that we need to acknowledge this. I saw a post today with Lawrence Rollins passing the torch on to Felix Lewis, and it was done so classy. I just want to shout out Mr. Lawrence Rollins right quick, because the way he did it, the class that it was done in, I respect Lou to the fullest, and the way he did this. Let's just send some shout outs to Lou. And he's gone to Lake Forest Charter School, which is an elementary middle school. So he's gonna be there for a while too. Big shout outs to Lou, the way you handled that, the way you did that, passing on a hat, passing on a torch. But bigger shout outs to a man that is well deserving of this job, alum of 3-5, not like going back home, alum of 3-5. Big shout out to Felix Lewis. Felix, big shout out to you. Felix is now the new band director at 35. Man, young brothers, is good to see young brothers doing good things, man. Like, so now we need to send out shout outs, tag Felix to this, send out shout outs to Felix, man. Congratulate him. You could do that right now in the chats. Let's congratulate Felix for getting this job, man. I don't know how old Felix is, but he's very young taking over this job, and I wish him nothing but the best. He have to play me every year, but I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he succeed. I hope if anything you need, Felix, Um, I'm my door is always open. Anything you need, just let me know. Some other stuff that's going on. Big shout out to Julius Hill. Once Philip was at Cabdo, he passed the torch on to Julius Hill. So Julius Hill is not a band director at Cabdo, man. Congratulations to Julius Hill. Congratulations to you, Julius. I have some personal congrats to my assistant. Shout out to Julius Hill. There you go. Robbie be on it. Shout out to Julius Hill. See, Jeanette, I've been in the game. I'm from the field like Lou now because I'm getting old. I see my partner on here, E Scales, man. I'm starting to feel like one of the older cats, bro. So, and if I'm feeling like the older cats, E Scales, you got to feel like that. So, big shout outs to my assistant. Man, let me tell y'all something, bro. I don't never really talk like real, but my assistant, I have some good assistants, man. And this dude, James Jones, has worked real hard, man, real hard to get where he's at today. I remember when I first met James Jones, he was coming from Carver, man. I'm like, damn, why they didn't utilize your musical talents like this? Like, this dude was very talented. And I knew I would never hold nobody from taking the next extra step. So congratulations to James Jones on being named the band director at Dolores T. Aaron. Big shout out to James Jones, assistant at Aberson. I know he's gonna do good. He's ready. I know he's ready. But big shout out to James Jones for getting that job also. But also big shout outs to Brian Simmons for getting the job at Texas Southern. I think he started working this week. I saw him post a picture in the band room. Big shout out to James Jones. Say, bro, big shout outs to, and let me say this: all these cats younger than me, man. Like, so it's just good to see young black brothers, doing their thing. Big shout outs to Brian Simmons, man. Brian Simmons is we all heard, but I saw him in the band room this week, so I know he probably caught chills. So big shout outs to Brian Simmons. He's the band director at Texas Southern. And they have some other stuff that's also going on. But I can't spill no beans to tell people. Tell they say we got this job. So big shout out to all these, because they have band directors that y'all don't even know because of the pandemic. Everybody have a lot to do, but I just really want to commend like Low, because he handled it, passing on the torch. Like, Low been in the game for years, man. It got to be like 20-something years, bro. And, so him going to elementary, middle school, I mean, we won't have his excellence in the high school game. And so big shout out to Felix, man. I know you're going to do good. Yeah, I'm getting old, bro. But it's a lot of things and a lot of good things that's going on in the city of New Orleans with all of these band directors. Big shout out to them. Look at Garrett, man. I see you, Garrett. Nothing like home. Yeah, you're right. So it's nothing, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes we come on here real messy and everything, but I had to come with these congratulations. These dudes moving up, these dudes getting these big power moves, and we have to sometimes celebrate when our black success. We have to celebrate black success. I don't think we do enough of that. Let's celebrate black success. So I'm happy that a lot of y'all are saying congratulations in these comments. Whatever you can do, if like E Scales, E Scales is a good dude to know. Yeah, Low been in the game. So I know for him to pass on the torch is Ray Beness ain't know. But for him to pass on the torch, I know it was probably emotional for him. So big shout out to all these cats that's moving up, that's doing big things. Big shout outs to everybody that's giving us these stars, all this. So today, this is what we're going to do today. We're going to have an open, because band camp is starting for a lot of bands. We getting back into the floor of things. We getting school. If not, I start in about a week. School for Abe starting about August 4th. So school is right around the corner. It's not about the high school game. It's about more than them. Patrick, you be acting like I don't know nothing about this music stuff, but I'm gonna let you continually talk. So Bandcamp is about to stuff for a lot of bands. So what is what I want to do tonight? We're gonna put the thing in the link, and we want people to come on. This is what we want to. We want to know your worst Bandcamp moment, your worst Bandcamp moment, or your best Bandcamp moment. Robin, put the link in the chat. Your worst Bandcamp moment or your best Bandcamp moment. Now we know Bandcamp is right around the corner, be hot as hell, like shit be real in Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the beginning of the upcoming year, Bandcamp. So, man, send Patrick the link. Send Patrick. I think me and Patrick are gonna have a good discussion right quick. Your best and worst Bandcamp moments. Let me tell y'all something. My worst Bandcamp moment. I'll never forget this, bro. And I'm gonna let y'all know. I was at A and Mr. Ford. You know, it was hot as he used to have Bandcamp early in the morning, and like maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. My crazy ass. You had to eat. So my mama had cooked mustard greens and turkey necks. So 9:30, I'm eating mustard greens and turkey necks before Bandcamp. And there was one. So when I got there, Ford was on that whole shit. You know how them band. You know how it's band we get. Some days we on them that whole shit. Dolan. Before I keep on my story, Dolan. I just want to say how fat and funky you are. Dolan, how fat and funky you are. You went to degree, and that the problem with you, Dolan, is that, and you have never taken a bath in your life, and you take out all your anger on people because you have never taken a bath in your life. You only could take a shower. No, Dolan. This is for Dolan. You're fat, you're funky. You can't even fit in a jacuzzi tub. You're fat, funky, cheesy, dirty, stanky, trash bag looking boy. Dolan, you is the epitome of what fucking the Metro garbage can that comes around. They don't must come 2 times a fucking week no more. They come around like once a week. You smell like that trash, the trash truck that passed your house, that when he's down the street, you can still smell him. That's what you smell like, Dolan. You fat, funky, cheesy motherfucker. You is the reason why I stay on Reed, because you're fat and you never took a bath in your life. How does it feel to know how to really wash your nuts? Because you have in your life. You only could take a shower, meaning the bubbles never felt. You never felt bubbles yet. You never took a bubble bath. When you were a baby, you wasn't able to take a bubble bath. You don't know nothing about Oscar the Grouch bubble bath or anything like that because you fat. You never had the opportunity to do that. You fat. You gonna stay fat. You know
that boy only takes showers, Johnny.
You know how crazy. You know what's so crazy about him being fat? He even got surgery where you cannot be fat no more, and he still choose to be fat. You fat, funky, cheesy. No, your lining way back here. Your lining way back here. You look. You know when you go to the barber, you getting that sprayed on. You know what I'm saying? You getting that sprayed on because the rest of your lining is way back here. If you trying to get a lining, you have to get the spray on. You know, it's all sweating. That shit starts dripping all in your fucking mouth. Anyway, I just had to say this because Dolan gets on my fucking nerves. He is.
Hey, bro, it's all good.
He's fat, and he's the reason. Then on top of how fat you are, the dude that made get you some, you had to watch his butt the whole time while you was in band. The whole time while you was in band because he was before you. That's what's wrong with you. So when you were saying I'm a hoe, you was right behind him. Please don't fuck me. Was he talking to Dolan? Because Dolan was right behind him. I'm trying to figure this out. Dolan, who was he talking to? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's Bloom, Sizzle or Cock, whatever his name is, then Dolan. So that means you had to watch his ass, Dolan.
Hey,
So tell me, what
some of that,
he
please.
mean? What was he talking to you? Was he
Oh,
talking to you and he said, please don't fuck me low because you were behind him. I'm just trying to figure this out. And then booty bopping, booty bopping. What did he mean by that? Because you were in the same section as this dude,
Yeah.
and it's a disgrace that you consistently say stuff about Reed. It was Bloom, Hot Kizzle, Hot Sizzle, whatever it is, and then Dolan. That means Dolan had to watch this man ass the whole year he was in school at Reed. So,
Man.
my bad.
You good, Johnny?
My bad.
You good, Johnny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bro. Cool, man. Hey, bro, look at here, man. Dude, you know, bro, like I see Lo going to that school, bro, and going ahead on developing these kids, just like Mr. Harris went ahead on. He went to Woodson and went ahead on develop those kids. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's the reason why I look at it that way, because you did the same thing with your kids that you had, you know, at your school that you had before. You feel me, bro? So it's like molding the minds, putting just an instrument in their hands or whatever like that, there, bro, making them, you know, understand that, hey, you know, that everything gonna be all right. You know, that you can start out here and you can move up somewhere else, you know, whatever it is, bro.
Patrick,
So, yes, sir.
You realize what school Lo going to?
He's going to what? Lakeview, right?
Lake Forest. That's a
Lake Forest.
Most of them kids go to Ben Franklin and shit and Lutcher.
Well, bro, I mean, like, hey, man, look at here. Music is all education. You know that, dude. You know as well as I do, bro. And I mean, like, bro, that's just like Herb. Herb is out here at Baton Rouge, and you know what I'm saying? He's teaching music education. You know what I'm saying, bro? So I mean, like, you know, we can't knock the man or anything like that at all, bro. But we just going ahead on, you know, we're developing new New Orleans musicians, man. So I look at it that way. That's the way I look at it.
No knock on him. I never knocked him. I was praising him.
No. It ain't no knock. I know you ain't knocking him, bro. Nothing like that at all.
I also think that it comes a time when a man realizes that you may need to make your money another kind of way. In so many words, like the game of playing, and you make just teaching. All he do is just so all he had to do is teach. And I mean, when you get a certain age, that shit can become tiresome. You know what I'm saying? People don't know that.
And sometimes you can't relate to the kids either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, like, I mean, like, you know, like basically say, bro, look at Lo when he was at Kennedy, bro. You know, when bro and the kids were able to respect him and everything like that there, bro, and that program was growing constantly. And you know, look at what it was that he took over in, I think, 98. You know what I'm saying? Right after Doc, bro, 99, you know, 2000, all that stuff there, bro. And then, you know, 2003, 2004, it went to the shitter. But I'm not saying nothing, bro, but I am saying this here that, man, you know, sometimes, bro, we can't relate, bro. But here it is, though. You did ask a question, though, brother. I do want to go ahead on and answer.
Okay.
My summer band experience, the worst one I had was watching my section leader, one of your Southern brothers, Isaac Williams, go ahead on and get suspended from St. Augustine High School band.
Damn.
Yeah, that happened 96, bro. 95, 96, bro. He was can I speak about discipline with your fellow students? Can I say that?
Yeah, you could say that's crucial conflict. You say what the fuck is it?
Okay, well, here it is. Isaac was disciplining one of our fellow students. Two of these guys here, bro, one of them was red as all outdoors. His neck was red as all outdoors. All right. His mama and his brother walked into the band room, walked out of the band room, pulled Mr. Hamp, pulled Isaac in the office. We see Ike come out. We like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Ike ain't on no drum no more, bro. Ike didn't have his drum until parade season, bro. Just behind that right there, dude. That's a hard thing, bro, to go ahead on and be class president, all this stuff here, bro, be revered by everybody. You know what I'm saying? Be a leader And then all of a sudden, bro, had that shit just snatched from underneath you, bro, without an inkling of of like knowing what in the world really happened. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't Ike who hit him. That's the thing about it. It wasn't Ike. It was somebody else. It was Kevin Hawkins. Kevin Hawkins hit him. But Ike had to take the fall because these guys next were red as all outdoors. Yes, and he was the section leader. So, you know what I'm saying? Being that leader, bro, watching Ike go ahead on, bro, and have to wait from that band, bro, that was hard.
Say, what's the
that was hard.
What you just said is that's one of the things I feel like missing in Banner did is section leaders taking the fall for their section. A lot of the times, you know, as the section leader, you take the fall for your section. Like it don't matter what happens, you take the fall for your section. And that's what happened. A lot of people.
Well, that's what you're held responsible for, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like at St. Aug, bro, at St. Aug, bro, during Isaac's term, bro, we had no drum section teacher or anything like that at all. We had, that there, bro, was outside, bro. It was the students teaching students. You know what I'm saying? So it was like we didn't have a Ruffin at the time. We didn't have a Frog. We didn't have, all these different drum instructors out here right now, bro. What we had was we didn't have a Peanut or anything like that at all, but we had each other. You know what I'm saying? So it was like tradition was passed down. And as it was passed down, bro, we just went ahead on, we took it and, we flew with it, bro. That's all it was to it. So by us not having those guys there to, prop us to tell us, hey, look, y'all need to tighten up this way, or else y'all need to do this, or else y'all need to do that, bro. It was all on instinct for us. You know what I'm saying? So our responsibility was even more so to where we had to accept responsibility for, whatever decisions were made within the band. You know what I'm saying? Our St. Aug's band was always led by its seniors. You know what I'm saying? There was no, like Mr. Ray Johnson, bro, he would be there, bro, and funny story, bro. I watched the dude get clocked in front of Ray, bro, and Ray went ahead on and said, "Bah, you all right, son?" And I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? To watch a dude get snuck, you know what I'm saying, bro? And the thing about it wasn't that it was that he was playing the wrong notes. He was constantly playing the wrong notes in this dude there, bro. And that dude said, look, I can't handle this no more. He was a clarinet player at that there. He was a woodwind player, and he couldn't handle it because the dude was just constantly blurting out the wrong notes. So it's like, bro, like when you look at it, man, for St. Aug, bro, we always had leadership from. Now we have drum instructors, drum this, drum that, all that stuff there. We have adults around the band to make sure that these things don't happen like they used to. Even though I know, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying, bro. But it's like, though, to take responsibility like Isaac did, went ahead on and showed me to be a better leader because it told me, hey, look, you're responsible for this. Nobody else is, only you. There's nobody else's name attached to it or anything like that at all. It was just St. Aug. That's how we were recognized. St. Aug's drum section. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, St. Aug and, Frog or St. Aug and Ruffin, bro. It was just us. So us being us, man, and even with trombones, woodwinds, all that stuff like that, bro, our seniors or juniors, whichever one was better, player of the instrument, we went ahead on, we took responsibility for that section. And that's pretty hard, bro.
Shout out to Matt Francis in the comments. Matt had a little gig tonight, so he wasn't able to come on.
Oh man, that's cool, bro. That's cool, man.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna what's so different? Why a lot of St. Aug alum have a problem with the current St. Aug?
The discipline area, bro. It's the discipline of it. I mean, like you're when you're standing at attention, bro, the one thing about it is that like attention is attention. You know what I'm saying, bro? We're a military style band when you really look at it. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to defer and look around or anything like that at all, bro. We may give you the side eye, something like that, which I saw Ben do, which is something that we really do. We really go ahead on, we give you the side eye. But what's up there? What's up there, Jay Spitter?
What up,
guys? Hey, bro. Nothing much, man. So, bro, look, I'm sorry, Johnny, bro. I'm gonna answer your question. But love the footage, though, brother. You know what I'm saying, bro? What you getting in on and put out, man. But we got something to talk about too.
Hit me up, man.
All right, dude. But nah, bro. But you know, it's like the discipline of it, bro. That's the thing about it. You know, we're not where we used to be as far as discipline wise, and that's what people really fear, bro. But I look at it this way though. These kids are themselves, man. Let them be the old. They the new Saint Old. We the old Saint Old. We can't go ahead on. You know what I'm saying? Tradition is something that you set in point, right? So if we set a tradition forward, our tradition was the discipline, this, that, and the other. But now these guys, they have it to where, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we have the discipline, we have this, that, and the other, but we're going to have a little bit of fun with it.
So let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
If you didn't have the paddle back then, if y'all didn't have that paddle, the feel the paddle, do you think y'all would have been as tight, discipline-wise?
Yeah, violence is the key to a good bad.
Huh?
Violence is the key to a good bad.
So you feel? I'm saying. So you don't think y'all would be as good? I mean, as far as discipline wise, if y'all never would have had the paddle.
No, we would have. No. Discipline wise, we still would have been there, bro.
I don't think.
Like I said, violence is the key to a good band, and it's not the paddle that did it all, bro. It's them seniors who went ahead on and held us responsible for what we were doing.
So what about y'all never
violence is the key to a good band.
So all right, listen.
Think about what I said.
What about if y'all never had the violence? Do you think
if we never had the violence, I don't know. I mean, like I think that basically the historical part of us would have always been there. You know what I'm saying? You know, us marching and, you know, Rex, all that stuff there, bro, breaking down barriers and stuff like that. Yeah, man. You know, that would have kept tradition up. That would have kept, you know, our morale up, at least, you know, to let us know that, hey, look, we were the first ones. And yes, D. Riley, the paddle wasn't the only thing used. That's why I say violence is the key to a good band. You know what I mean? Hey, Joe, don't say that, Joe. Don't say that, because you're the most violent person I know. Yes, sir.
I disagree, man.
You disagree?
I feel like that y'all St. Augustine alum expect I used to be, but the dude don't have the paddle no more. Like I don't care what you tell me. Let me tell you, we used to get our mind right. Paddle, and that was at age. Like I'm so it's like right now it's only so much I'm a screaming harder to get disciplined.
So hold on. You know what, Johnny? To answer your question, right, bro? Okay, I can say this here. I marched in. You see my name on there, right? It says Andrew J. Bell's drum major. Now, when I marched at Bell, there was no paddle, but there still was discipline within that band. You feel what I'm saying?
It was still
everybody
violent.
had
Was it still violent?
No, man, we was kids, bro. Man,
Bell.
Nah, man, bro, nothing like that happened back then, bro. Man, people were getting jumped in and stuff like that, there, bro. No. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Let's talk about Pimp.
I don't think y'all would have been as tight if it wasn't for the shit you talking about.
Man, say, bro, look, put it to you like this here, man. We had great bands. We had Matt Francis, bro. You the most volatile motherfucker I know. Don't even say that.
He's saying this is what Matt's saying. He's saying he agreed with me.
Okay.
That tight discipline wise, if it wasn't for the
man, that's the one thing about it, bro. I mean, like, there are alternative methods of doing things, bro. You know, push-ups with a brick on your back ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Going ahead on watching TV, you know, ain't that bad. You ever did that?
Watching TV ain't no joke. Spitter, what you got to say?
It ain't no joke. Go ahead, Spitter. I'm sorry, dude.
I'm totally on a different kick. Like, I mean, I get what y'all saying. I don't agree with him saying violence is a great band. I'm gonna say accountability. Being held responsible. I'm pretty sure St. Aug still would have been who it was, minus the paddle. Because you gotta think about it. You don't gotta get beat to have consequences. You could do 1,000 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? It's multiple ways around it. Me personally, you wasn't touching me. You understand how I feel about that in new school era. But we had a great band, and we ain't had no violent acts in our band growing up. So I mean,
Who, at Walker?
I know spinning is a lie. The devil is all in you, boy. You was a lie.
Listen, the stuff that I hear you guys say, like that happens to y'all.
Yeah, Joe.
Rollins was hard on this, but I mean, maybe I got the soft version of Rollins. And it wasn't that soft, but I mean, y'all talking about y'all talking about like you miss a note, you might get beat up. No, what? No, we ain't had all that. Nah, we had, but at the same time, I didn't feel scared to, like, if I miss practice, something like that. But I don't think as violent as y'all talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have consequences. You know what I'm saying? And what those consequences may be, it don't involve violence all the time. You know what I'm saying? All just touching people. Walker has never been great. Who is Joe?
Oh shit, bro. Oh man, Joe. Hey, leave that alone, Spitter. Leave it alone. Spit. Leave
it alone. Never said leave it alone, because I know I like to hold people accountable for the time when they was in school.
He graduated from St. Aug 2003.
I know what's going on. The one from 7 and 10, nobody was touching it, so it don't matter. So from 2003 to whatever, who was touching it? Because that's some great bands from 03 to 2009, right? 99, 2001, 2003, right? Kennedy was on top.
Yeah.
He sucked, right? That's what you're talking about. Like, no, he can speak his mind. I know when I was in the band, we was untouchable though. Right. All right. I mean, so he can say what he needs to say. So yeah, it never was great. Hey, you got a cousin that was in the band when I was in the band, it wasn't touching us. So it is what it is. We ran the city in 03. What about 02? What about 01? What about 2000? Well, all right then.
Let me say this. St. Aug wasn't bad, bro. It was nice in those years.
Man, say, bro, in them years there, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Darryl Fields had that school on point. That was the game, bro.
2000 to 05? Ooh, wholehearted lie. 2000 to 05?
No.
What?
That's not a lie. That's not a lie.
Hey, Pat, can I ask you a question? This is about to make y'all mad.
Sorry?
This is about to make you mad, Pat.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't think St. Aug and Rams was as good as y'all think they were.
I don't either.
Say that again.
I agree.
Come again.
I said, I said, this is what I said.
No, you make yourself clear. Play the ball paper, partner. Go ahead. Speak your speech.
Look at Evans. Reed Merck St. Aug, Dylan Parade, 2000, 2003. But they were denied. He busted their ass.
I said that I don't think St. Aug and Rams was as good as y'all thought they were.
All right. So, you know Dr. Watkins, right? Dr. Watkins, right?
That's what you gotta say, bro. They wasn't getting no food in eyes like that. Come on, man. It wasn't like no.
You know Dr. Watkins' writings, right?
We know.
Yeah, bro. Hey, okay, we get it.
Okay. That's my godfather. So shut the fuck up about anything right now.
I'm just trying to get you to explain my thought on it.
Say, bro, our whole thing was to play the whole song, bro. To play the whole song and make everything right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Our songs are written for our field shows, actually. So you guys, y'all go ahead on and say, oh well, y'all didn't play anything, that was complicated or something like that. Yeah, we could play that or whatever like that. Man, go ahead with that, bro. Y'all couldn't play half the shit that we played anyways. So I do.
Wait, hold on. So you saying St. Aug and Rams are hard?
Yes, some of them are very hard. They're written for man. Say, bro, look at here. All right, Watkins went to Juilliard. Okay, for one. All right, he wrote for those kids, bro, on a college level to make sure that they could go ahead on, bro, and compete. at any level. So I don't give a damn what the hell y'all say, bro. St. Augustine arrangements are the best arrangements out there. It's as closest to the song as you can get.
Well, hold up. If you want to say that,
Yes, sir.
He gonna play. It's gonna be from 0-0 to 4:35. Even the part the airport is going to be
the airport. What airport?
You know how the airport, like right at the end, the switch of the CD part. You know
how,
Let me
shit, we played it all. We played it all. We put it like this here. We played, all right. Everything that we played from the vinyl. When they went ahead on and hit the goddamn needle right there, you heard that was played.
Yeah, it sounded me. This is the.
Say, bro,
this on multiple
I'm gonna tell you this. I feel as though
got y'all smashed.
I'm gonna also say this. I feel as though
y'all. Look at you.
I'm gonna say this too. Y'all, by you saying.
I'm gonna tell you like, hold on, Johnny, this is about to turn into some bullshit right here, bro. Because you see this guy here to my right.
You tired playing the song, bro? Your next song, you done. Example. Watch this. At least my year. St. Aug, a long song, right? Walker Jumpstart. Strong knock you out to the point. Our song 43 seconds. Your song 4 minutes. You didn't play the battle of the clip 12 minutes. You didn't play 8 of them 12 minutes.
Mr. Evans, look at here. Mr. Evans, hold up. Mr. Evans, you can suck balls as far as I care. All right, bro? You can get out of here with that bullshit that you coming with, bro.
Say, bro.
No, doesn't play songs for dummies. What?
Bro.
Oh, look, why she keep putting this thing up from Jalo Smith? Y'all so professional.
Oh, is Jalo on tonight? Where's Jalo?
No, he ain't on tonight, bro.
Say, bro, real stuff. Let me ask you this, Pat.
Yeah,
I feel as though the argument about y'all play the full song because of your field shows is bullshit. Because every song is different for as the length of it. Every song is different for the length. So you mean to tell me y'all never had to cut out nothing for your field shows for the song?
Nope.
So hold on. If not, so I guess because St. Aug, when they in their last drill, they both they on 2 lines, right? That last drill, the first drill they do, they always end on the 2 lines face back.
Hold on. In these comments, Johnny, they act like a lot of other bands didn't play the full song in every song. They said, I just think every song in the full song. Every song was like real short. Other schools played the whole song too. So that stamina thing y'all saying, that's nothing. They just every single song with the full song. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. I don't get what y'all mean. Nobody hear that shit for 0.5 minutes. College don't even play them down songs that long.
Niggas say Jalo better go brush him out. Niggas say Jalo grandmother don't love him. Say, bro, Pat done froze. Pat, man, it was getting interesting. Any more St. Augustine don't want to answer these questions, bro? Please come on.
No other they can't. What? Every song?
World peoples.
Somebody say that. What they say about Walker?
I mean, I don't give a damn what nobody said about Walker because if they go about St. Aug,
they never smashed Walker in 5 years. Just say that.
Them same fucking songs busting ass. So until you change it,
I feel real stupid to get smashed by a 5-minute song and nigga play a song for 37 seconds and bust my ass. What the fuck? Hell,
37 seconds and the same song from 5 years ago.
Right. You right, college.
Busting your ass.
That's why I said no dominates. But boy, erase Joseph Boulevard here. Y'all don't really think that St. Aug gonna kind of love. Boy, stop it.
Hey, what are we talking about?
Well,
we were talking about Bandcamp.
We were talking about the worst and best moments of Bandcamp, but we got on this St. Aug discussion because I wanted to know. Robin, delete that Pat. Oh, Pat said resend the link.
You talking about high school Bandcamp or college?
The worst. It doesn't matter. College, high school.
The worst
moment. I was saying mine, but then I had a Dolan came on here and was talking.
What year was John said?
Huh?
What year it was?
Man, so look, like I was about to say, So I had 8 mustard greens and turkey necks that morning. And yeah, I was hungry. You know, you gotta eat before band camp, dog.
It be in the morning.
And I just say, like, Ford was on that whole shit that day. He made us run every fucking day. He was just making us run. Man,
I'm back.
I got 2 moments. I got 2 moments. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all the 2 moments. Ford made us run, so I couldn't take it no more, man. I had to throw up. I put it aside and throw up. And like Ford started, you know, back then you couldn't just throw up like that. You had to get your ass whipped. So. But here go my moment, my first day at band camp at Southern, dog. Bro. When I tell you, I didn't never think this shit was gonna go like this, how it went. So this about to be a funny ass story. So I'm telling y'all. So we just had
embarrassing.
We went to sleep for like 3 o'clock, not knowing we about to get up for like 4. So all the old heads come banging on our door. Y'all get downstairs. Y'all get downstairs. This, that, and the other. So I'm hungry as a motherfucker. Bro. I swear to God, I'm hungry. I know, like I'm out there. They making us count backwards and shit. Nigga messing up like I'm getting drilled. Like, you know, I don't know. Darrell, you know what I'm talking about. Like you got to say your alphabets from the back, and nobody, and they got to be one at a time. Don't hesitate.
Don't let your crab class be big as a motherfucker. You can't hit them niggas in the way in the back, boy.
So I'm gonna tell you about. So my stomach started hurting, dog. I could feel like, man, look. So the dude, you know, he's like, "What's wrong with you, fucking crab? This, that." I said, "Sir, my stomach, I gotta go shit." I said, "I gotta go shit, sir." He said, "You got a shit?" I said, "Yes, sir. I got a shit bad, sir." And I went in my room. I grabbed me 200 buns and some juice. Man, went back downstairs. I was straight. Dog, I was about to die, bro. That first day, bro, that ain't no joke, dog. That first day ain't no joke.
I got a similar story like that, but it was homecoming though. You know that 5 a.m. practice. So look, nigga, we out there on the field, and my stomach been hurting. It been hurting all night. And that boy Hammer taught off the fight song, and I felt that shit kind of like trying to come out. So I raised my hand. I was like, "Hey, Mr. Hammer, bro, can I go to the field house? I got a shit. I'm not even a crab right now, bro." That boy looked at me and was like, "Shit on yourself." I was like, "Man, I'm not about to shit on myself." So I had to hold that shit. Bro, we practiced that field show about 8 times. I had to hold that shit through the fucking field show. Bro, when I tell you I got in that fucking field house, it was over with. It was fucking over with. Whenever the football players went in that bit, I knew they smelled.
Bro, that was on a Monday? That was Red Beans Monday with the fried chicken?
No, it was homecoming. It was the homecoming practice, that 5 a.m. practice. So we didn't have the fish that Friday. You dig? That Friday.
Say, bro, D. Riley, you asked the question. Do y'all think y'all would have beat St. Augustine if they would have played the same arrangement? No.
Man, look, we were punishing St. Augustine. I don't give a fuck what they played.
Down good, bro.
Another question on here is, so which merge/band camp y'all looking forward to? He put JSU, Texas Southern, and Southern. Honestly, I'm gonna just tell you, I'm looking forward to Texas Southern.
You looking for all of them?
You said Alcorn?
All of them. Let me see why all of them. Well, Southern obvious, Texas Southern obvious. Jackson State, like the merger too. This gonna be the year that them boys really get the show out. You know, we got 3 drummers from New Orleans on that drummer squad, right? And have a huge influx of Jackson State students from New Orleans at Jackson State. So the COVID season, that was cool, but this is gonna be their breakout time. And I know I promised Nate and them. Well, I made up to Nate. I said when he become drummer to merge, got 3 of them. That's gonna be very interesting. So a lot of these kids from New Orleans, these college bands, it's just gonna be interesting all across the board, man. So that's my.
I'm interested to see what Bethune Cookman and family gonna do. Like, are they gonna switch it up? or they like? I know they're not gonna go make a whole 360, but I want to see if they're gonna try to add a little punch to them, because they're in the swag. And then of course I'm also I'm ready for something because I mean a lot of these niggas think that something gonna fall off because Brian gone. Of course that's a big loss. But I'm ready for the juke to put on and show niggas that it's really a well-oiled machine. It's a system. You dig? So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Who you think gonna replace? Who you think gonna replace Brian Simmons?
My crab brother.
Hold up. No, before any one of y'all, I want Smash Time to answer this fucking question. Why you beat around the question? I swear to God, he's gonna beat around the fucking question.
You said who I think gonna replace Brian?
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to my LB, AEA, ticket style. I don't know. I would like to see somebody along the lines of like that really can like. That's a hard job, dog. And think about it. Like old Duke told me this a few days ago, and I never paid attention to it. He said there's a bunch of Southern alumni that can replace him. They just don't have the name like him. You know what I'm saying? And just like when Mr. Taylor first came to the band, I watched that. Everybody really kept Mr. Taylor when he first came. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like Ty. I think Ty the great ranges. So whoever it is, they just got big shoes to fill. Who I would like it to be.
But when Brian became the assistant director, ain't nobody was fucking that boy like that. He had to earn that. So right, whoever step in them shoes, they're gonna have to earn them stripes.
Hey, bro.
And you coming behind.
Hey, I think, bro, whoever step in those shoes, bro, gonna have to bring that same energy that Brian brought, or else better energy than that, man. Because I mean, like, you gotta look at it, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you think about energy, bro, that Brian brought to that system, it is unbelievable.
I think that's how that person will fail. I think you have to go in there and be who you are.
Yeah, that's true.
At the same time, somebody posted that video that I shot of Brian when the battle takes it when he was doing the push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
right.
Brian energy is Brian. What Brian brought to setting, just how you said it. Now he get to
somebody got to be that Mr. G.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody you need that person on the staff. So Southern always has
right.
So you can't say who this person is. If I'm getting a spot like Southern and Brian's spot, I'm big, cocky, and arrogant.
That person sounds like somebody I know.
Who?
That person sounds like somebody I know since we're talking.
What person?
I sure hope my crab brother Kenneth Collins at least get a chance to interview for the spot. You dig? He young, he talented, he got the energy. You dig? He a beast with the pen, and I think he's putting his footprint in the band world to be able to have at least the interview, the chance to interview for the position.
I do this too, man. Speaking of Brian Simmons, perfect plug. This weekend I'm hosting my first high school band camp in the city of New Orleans. This thing gonna be dope, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I know y'all seen the flyer. Hope y'all sent some of y'all kids out. Mr. Brian Simmons coming to host a 2-hour class. He's gonna teach a lot within those 2 hours. I got former Southern University drum major Morgan coming. He's coming PT the kids and go everything.
Well,
marching techniques, exercising, stretching, motivation. He's gonna do all the kids. Area Brooks, I know she's a Southern University Center doll. She is Area Brooks. That's Mr. Brooks' daughter. You know what I'm saying? Real talented and well trained to dance. So please send y'all dance with her. I got Mr. from all. He's a drum instructor. He's going to teach the drummers and go over the rudiments and rudiments and drum techniques. I know I always hear drummers say you gotta know your what is the 40 or something. I'm not a drummer, but he said he's gonna.
You gotta know all 40 of your rudiments, bro. And plus, you gotta know technique and know how to play them. You know what I'm saying? Knowing them back and forwards, bro. It's a big thing, man.
Yeah, he said he's gonna go over all that. I hear people talk about it all the time. I know Juice be going over my car, but I don't know too many drum instructors in the city that like really break that down. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But I made sure that he said he's gonna like give them what they need to know as far as basics. So with this camp, we getting straight to the basics: dancers, technique, Brian warm up breathing techniques, because a lot of people know about breathing techniques, but every good band should go over breathing. All that. So this camp gonna be dope, man. And I might got some other special guests coming through it. Put it together real. That wasn't last minute, but I just wanted to do something big for the kids, and this is a perfect way to start off y'all high school band camp. So directors, if y'all just want to send y'all section leaders, I know I have 3 schools sending a whole band. So it's gonna be deep. Got a bunch of dance teams sending their whole dance team too. So it's gonna be real good, man.
Say, Spitter, thank you for doing that, bro.
No problem at all.
Thank you for doing that, bro. That's great, bro. That's a great effort, man. Fuck.
Oh, and it's free. So just come there, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Bullshit. It's free.
It's free. All that free. How often do you get a chance to get college experience and teaching for free? So
you sure they ain't got to pack a bag lunch?
Oh, we got that. Don't worry about it. We got the kids' lunch and everything.
All right.
Everything free. Do you guys? Everything free. So, any questions? Feel free to DM me. Shorts, t-shirts. Kids, bring your own instruments. Please bring your instrument. And yeah, it's going down.
Jay Dillings. I don't think HBCU bands have become too competitive. I think that they can go ahead on, bro. They can bring it up a notch or 3. You know what I'm saying, bro? They have not become too competitive, bro. Fuck that.
Up, hey, so hold on, put that comment back up, Robin. Oh shit! Why am I thinking? Nothing did. Let me when you have bands, it's never too competitive.
Thank you, Johnny.
Too competitive. Like really, it should be more competitive. Never too competitive. Because
I don't think it's competitive. I really like the angle that the band is going to, because with the era of social media, like myself and other people who put bands on these platforms, band is really becoming like a sport. We've been saying it's a sport, but it's like really starting to become like on some sports level. Like everybody doing these reaction videos and everybody like really hard down recruitment, and what
my dog
is going down. I agree.
Matter of fact, since he want to ask that, let me tell you something. Not before this from last year. Last year was Southern, and then everybody else.
I disagree.
It was Southern, and then everybody
else. Hold on. What you got, bro? Why you say you disagree?
I only disagree. If we go on our showcases alone, I'm gonna say showcases alone and what they put out there for the COVID season. Southern Alcorn. This Everson first year having a band to himself and doing what he wanted to do. Southern Alcorn, J State, and then believe it or not, they got some other bands like Fam. You did a great job last year. And oh, my bad.
Hold up. Hold up. Spitter. When we say competitive, you just heard what you just said. Boom, boom. Look, boom.
You went Southern, and then you went everybody else.
Listen.
All they did was last COVID season. All they did. Who did the official last year?
No, listen.
Matt, everybody you posting to, I already posted.
Hold up, this is Spitter. You went like this. Most. Listen, look. Boom, boom.
No, I did not. I went. Huh?
That's not competitive. That's just
man. They had a good. If you ranking them, you know what I mean. But they had a good show. You basically
1, 2, 3, then boom, everybody else.
I could have named a bunch of bands, but I was just giving you 2 more to name. I can give you a top 10 easy. And last semester it was just off songs, so that really don't count.
So when that
I was more commercial.
Like Southern wise, no.
So hold up, Matt. Let me bring something back. Hold on.
I want to bring something back too.
Matt, please, Matt. Oh, Spitter. So you mean to tell me when Alcorn battled Southern last year, what parade that was?
Yeah, I'm saying last. So do you mean in 19 the COVID season?
No, I'm talking about 19. But yet, though, at the same time, huh?
Was you talking about 19?
Yeah, I was talking about 19. My bad, bro.
Johnny, can you hear me, Johnny?
I hear you.
You were talking about 19 of the COVID season.
I get it because other
I think I was talking more 19ish, but COVID.
19, I agree with y'all.
Somebody background on their phone really loud, so they need to mute their phone. Somebody background is
That's
yeah.
the same
Thank
old
you.
nigga. That's the same old nigga, man.
If you talk about 19, I agree with you, Johnny, but COVID season not gonna agree with you. But COVID season, if it don't count, it's just something to get us over. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a nice banner. That's what we talking about. There's a couple great songs. So that's why this shit gonna be a clean slate. We back to the basics, and we gonna see what it is from here.
What you gotta say, man?
Can I? I'm just coming on. Let me.
Hold on, Matt. Before you say anything, how you doing, Matt, brother? You okay today? How, Matt, brother?
I'm doing well. How about for yourself, King?
It's good to see you, brother.
Okay. Now let me say something. Let me say something. I want to go back to something y'all was talking about a second ago.
Okay.
This gonna all make sense in a second. So I'm late tonight because the company I work for, we were doing a video shoot real quick for Nike. And so obviously, if you're doing a video shoot for Nike, you have to wear their shoes. Like you can't show. And because we were doing something for a specific Nike shoe, we had to have on that particular shoe that we were doing it for. One dude forgot his shoes, so instead of getting home at 5:30, I got home at 8. Now, can I tell you why he forgot his shoes? Because nobody could bring him around the side of the building and neck him 5 times. If he'd have knew, if I show up without my shit, somebody is gonna bring me in the instrument room and beat the piss out me. I guarantee you, he would not have showed up without his shit. That helps. When I heard Johnny, when I was listening on my way home, say he have to holler at kids, I literally winced because I can't imagine Doc hollering at a child. Doc is never gonna holler at a child because all Doc got to say is go in the sectionals, and when we come back, that's gonna be dealt with. Ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing as we about to keep going. I never saw my band director in the history of me going to Kennedy. I never one time ever saw him deal with a behavioral issue because you knew to get right when you came in there. I never once saw him go back and forth with a student. Man, I remember one time. Keith used to have a day gig, and he used to come to Kennedy after school. Now I didn't know the theory behind this, but Low ran through all of our whole song list. We had like 40 songs. Low ran through the whole thing with us, the song after song after song. Keith got back to Kennedy and was like, "Say, bro, we going outside. We going outside, and we going run. What's up, Low?" Keith was like, Keith was like, we gonna go out. Keith was like, we gonna go outside and run through the songs. When Keith, after Low had ran through all of the songs, and then Keith said he was gonna run through all of the songs, somebody in the back of the room, it could have been in the tuba section, said, shh. I mean, they blew. We had just went through all of the songs, and we had to go outside and play them. And they took that dude in the instrument room and tossed him up. Number one, you a crab, and ain't nobody about to explain to no crab. All of these songs gonna sound different when we play them outside. So we know they sound good. We know they sound good in here, but we got to see how they sound outside. So we running through all of them. Nobody ain't explaining it to no first year student. You say what you want, but hazing was necessary. It helped, and it helped band directors with behavioral issues. You can say what you want. It is helpful when you got a section leader that can look down at a section and be like, because a lot of times it's not about the music, it's about people being stupid. It's about children acting as children. What hazing did, or what giving crabs their medicine did, in my opinion, back when I was in school, was it made silly adolescents behave like a mature adults. And I reap the benefit of that, and I'm thankful.
Man, well, I got 2 questions for you. I just want a yes or no question. One, and
my kids listen to me?
Yes.
Yes, because they have something to fear.
Okay, stay right there. I'm glad you said that. So what would you say the kids growing up when y'all grew up and y'all was in school, listen to their parents, or was way more disciplined than the kids now? Yes or no?
I'm sorry?
Would you say the kids back when y'all was in school listen to their parents more, or was more afraid of them? They was more disciplined than the kids now?
Yes.
Yes, kids were more cooperative and more respectful when I was in school.
Okay, so you mean to tell me back in the day, y'all had somebody like Matt? You mean to tell me your mama could have came to school, eject you by the chest, and your band director get to beat your ass, right?
And the dude that's in my snub drum section. Yep, the drum major, everybody.
Okay, to a band director like Johnny right now, new age band director. I know for sure I know 5 kids in Johnny band who might listen to Johnny more than they listen to their mom. That's one disadvantage. Another disadvantage. If Johnny touched the kid, Johnny going to jail. 2 disadvantages.
I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is, you're asking under what set of circumstances did kids function more optimally? And I'm telling you, under mine. Number one, first and foremost, you never marched in this ain't no shade, but you never marched in a band as good as my Kennedy band. So you wouldn't understand that. No, I'm saying like I don't want you to get. I don't want you to get. I don't. Wait, Darrell. I mean, wait. I don't want you to get defensive about that. I don't want you to get defensive. No. I don't want you to get defensive about that. But no. That's not my opinion. It's a fact. When I hear you talk, you speak like a person that marched in a mediocre band compared to mine. Compared to mine.
Wait. Hold up. Matt, hold up. Fuck that. No.
No, man. We gonna
they going crazy, Johnny.
I was gonna let you talk, Matt. But what is the fucking?
Thank you, Robin. Just me and Lo. How you doing? How you doing, brother Lo?
Wow.
Robin clicked all them.
Yep. Look, she has the power.
Hey, Lo,
I call Robin Olivia.
See, bro, when I first started this show, I was talking about how professional you did that today. A passionate touch on the feelings, bro. That really was real nice, man. I don't know if that was today or whenever it was, but
it was Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah. It was something that needed to be done, man. I told you about it before. That's been a plan of mine ever since. Honestly, to everybody who's out there, I appreciate all the texts and phone calls and DMs from Facebook. Congratulating me on moving on. They didn't know where I was going, so I let y'all know now. I think you already told them. I am going to Lake Forest Charter School, elementary school. That's been in my heart, my mind. Not that particular school, but for about 5 years now. And just to let you guys know how this went down, when I first met Felix, he was a senior at 35. I got there January 2013, his senior year, so I only had him for about 4 or 5 months. But right then and there, I knew he was special. Almost if you remember seeing the whole Gritty City, when it was talking about Bear, I knew Bear was special. We know special people when we see them. So back then, I told Felix, I said, man, you're gonna be 35 next band director. All jokes aside, he'll tell you, he watching right now. You can bring him on. I told him back then. I didn't know what I was talking about. I just, in my heart, my mind, I knew he was going to be 35 band director, next band director. And a couple years later, I told him once I realized he was in the music and about to, really major in music, he wanted to be a band director. That's when I really knew. And I said, Felix, I'm going to stay here until you're ready. Like, I didn't know if I was going to stay there or not all this time. But in my heart, my mind, I told him I was going to stay there until you was ready. When he graduated, Felix, you need to go to elementary school and work for about 3 years, 2-3 years, and learn how to teach. And I'm going to wait for you. Again, I don't know if it's divine intervention or whatever it was, that's what was said. In the process, of course, 35 wore me down. So everybody can know, it wore me down. The transition from the large enrollment down to 300 and something kids in the school actually took a toll on me. You know, and besides that, having to teach beginners, 10, 11th grade, how to play an instrument, doing band practice, while we supposed to be learning field shows and music for football games. And our first football games were always against St. Paul and the Walkers and the Cars, and it took a toll. I used to go to football games not even prepared. A couple of years ago, I went with 28 kids in 28, but I went to the game for our football coach. That's why I went.
Pat, please mute your phone, brother.
So y'all couldn't hear anything I said.
No, you said we heard what you said. Hold up, Lou. I just want to tell you the guest that just came on, we're respecting what Lou is saying, so make sure you're not saying anything.
Right.
Thank you. Because you've been added back on. Thank you. Go ahead, Lou.
Yeah, man. I was just telling him how, you know, I thought Phyllis was going to actually, when I first met him, I knew he was going to be the band director at 35, the next band director at 35. You know, I don't know what made me think that, but it came through. And it's been a plan of mine for at least 3 years. Once I realized I was getting tired of this, the high school, because there's no knock on the middle schools, but I'm going to say it. That's why they don't like me now. I'm going to be honest with you. There's certain things you should know when you get to high school. Certain things you should know. When you have kids coming from middle schools not knowing their lines and spaces or fingering, I get the rhythm somewhat because that's kind of difficult for people. I get it. But when they don't understand every good boy does fine and face and they're fingering for the B flat concert scale, you know, and we were taught different, it kind of wears you down. Because again, now you have to do what? Now you have to teach fundamentals at band practice. You know, Johnny, you know, it's hard to do. And then try to put a product on in football games. That's why you always seen 35 come along around the football season, Mardi Gras. We were okay. You know, I think the most amount I've gotten in the band was like right at 90, 86, 90. When the time we were doing the Cumulus Battle of the Bands. You know, so I am going, and look, the plan was this. It was always, when Julius left Berman, I say, all right, Felix. We try to get Julius a gig here and there. Felix, you come in at 35, and Julius need to come over to Capitol. And that's what it is now. So in a couple of years, you're going to see 35 grow big time. Just like Carl grew with Alex Hart, it should be the same thing. It should be the same thing. Now 35 have a good feeder school, and they should be the place to be in about 2 years. I'm talking about academics, sports, music. We got one of the only recording arts programs in the city. The kids learn how to make music, podcasts, all kind of things. So I'm happy for 35, man. You know, and I'm always gonna be around. Right now they have me consulting, make sure Felix. My job is to keep Felix out of jail. You know, we make mistakes as band directors. Everything else is gonna be strictly on Felix and his staff. You know, and I'm proud of him. I'm really extremely proud of Felix because he deserves it. You know,
Lou, you say you're gonna be doing consulting?
We're just Felix, yeah.
Felix is a great leader, man. He gonna do great. Yeah. Shout out to my boy T. He gonna do his damn thing. 35 gonna be back on the market. You know, y'all hit my boy, man.
Yeah, they're gonna be great, man. 35 is gonna be all right, man. And if y'all need somewhere to send y'all kids, high school wise,
hold up.
Why not 35? And now look, I graduated from Kennedy. Let's get this out the way. I graduated from Kennedy. I just see things that's going on at 35 on other schools. People don't know it now. You talk about the oldest high school for blacks in the city. There's a lot of history there. You know?
So, you're just trying to get brownie point for Robin right now.
No, that's my dog.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I hear band directors like Lou talk, it makes me hate myself for all of the times I looked at a junior high school or high school band and said they were sad or this and that. Man, you really don't know what them people was up against to even get everybody to the game, to even get everybody to the parade, man. They be up against some stuff, man. Like once I started doing this show and like actually getting to talk to people and like band directors and stuff, you be like, God damn, you had to do all of that. And then they up against it with the administration, and you got crazy parents, and you got students that are half-ass prepared when they get there and stuff. Man, y'all don't understand how big of a victory it is to just make it to the game and get everybody in the stand safely. Like, that's a big deal. So, I mean, I understand what y'all saying about 35 gonna be back, but man, I appreciate the work you did, Lo, and just keeping them afloat and keeping that school having a band program in general. Much love for that, man. Much love.
And look, I'm gonna say this. Look, I'm gonna say this, bro.
Go ahead.
Hey, Johnny, I'm gonna say this. Matt said a mouthful, and I always say this: somebody have to do something. What I mean by this, even though our trash not being picked up like it's supposed to, somebody got to pick the trash up in the morning. Somebody got to work at McDonald's. I really believe I was sent to 35 to keep a Band-Aid on the bleeding until it's ready to rebuild. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what I really believe.
Hey, God got something special for you, Lo. Real talk.
Oh, look, he took care of me already. As of now, of course, I'm going to Lake Forest Charter, which is one of the best elementary K through 8 schools in the state, right? And a lot of folk don't know who Jerry McGowan is. Excellent music teacher. I'm not going to rebuild a program. I don't have to rebuild a program. It's already there. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be straight up real about everything. All I have to do is maintain it and enhance it some. That's it. There's no marching band. They don't want one, which is right up my alley right now. So I get to teach. That's it. My goal is to go to festivals and everything.
Hey, Lo, since you're on here, I got to talk about some of the greatest moments I have with you, with Lawrence Rollins. So I'm gonna miss Lo. Let me tell you what Lo did me one time. You know, Egg marched to the field. If y'all don't know, Egg marched to the field.
We were beefing that week. We were beefing.
Back when he smashed you at my battery band. Is that hard?
Huh? I got smashed by Lo. So I'm walking up, I'm marching up. So I see 35 in concert formation. So I'm not gonna even lie, I wasn't even in that mindset. Like, I said, hold up, this dude Lo trying to sneak me, because I didn't think Lo would do stuff like this. You know, I didn't think Lo had it in him. You know what I'm saying?
In high school when I did that.
Lo had him in concert formation. I'm trying to get my kids in concert formation. But you know, in that game though, I tore his ass up. But
that's what you think.
We got the footage. I mean, but
yeah. One good song. That was one good song, Backstabbers.
Let me tell you this, Lo. I really respect you, bro. Like, you know, we had some fun times. You know, on the little time I was in high school, we had some fun time. Even though, not that you was gone by cab though, but you always did say you was ready to go back to middle school.
He did. He been saying that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, somebody have to be Donald Richardson, man. All these middle school band directors out there, they don't know the history of high school. And I'm gonna bring something out, and I gotta say no shade, but when everybody say no shade, that means it's some shade, but it's really not. The question is, the great St. Augustine. Here we go, fellas. Don't take it the wrong way. Would Mr. Hamp be very successful if he was without the Lord Harris's at Lawless in the 70s, the 60s and 70s, the Walter Harris at Woodson in the 60s and 70s, and I'm gonna say one more, Donald Richardson at Bell all that time? Would he be as successful? Because they were feeding. That's the key.
Hey, Lo, listen, you ain't even got to go that far. Would Kennedy be that successful without good feeder schools? Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. We wouldn't have been.
No. In today's world, will Carl be successful if it wasn't for what Alex Hart brought to him? He was still good before that. Don't get me wrong. He had that swagger with a 60-piece. But when Mike over there, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. The school got behind Mike. That A school got behind Mike and put all their money into it, and everybody who wanted to take band was in that man class from 3rd grade on up. That's why he peaked at almost 180 students. And when them students graduated, they went straight to Carl, most of them. And Carl blew up. And that's what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen like that. That's the way of the world.
Carl blew up before that, though, Lou.
No, it did.
Hold up. I ain't go. Remember the 25 slots?
But they didn't have them. It was 60 slots. That was. I'm gonna tell you what it was for.
The only school in the city that had that.
It was for athletics. He had 60 spots, and they only gave him 25, 30.
That's how Nobody else in the school and nobody else in the city had that opportunity.
Because they ain't know how to write it up. They ain't know how to present it. Everybody could have done that.
And who shut that shit down? Who shut that shit down?
Well, I think the school board did because people started complaining about it.
Who complained about
it? I don't know. Who complained about it? Who, me?
Not you.
Oh, because I wanted the same thing. Shit.
You not you.
Who will?
You're not done right out there. You're not hitting the
say, hey, we need to go out this, man. We already got one person on our hit list right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got one person on our hit list. He think it's over. It's not.
Let me tell you this though. Even though Will didn't have it, Will has to be the second best recruiter come out the city that I know. And the first one, of course, Miguel Bynes. Period. Hands down. Well,
Will is the greatest recruiter without physical items.
Let me tell you this. I'm gonna say whatever y'all want to say about what happened with Miguel. A lot of y'all don't know. It came up before. I was at Reed in 2005 for 2.5 weeks before the storm hit. They had 131 students in that band that was enrolled in Reed. I heard all the stories about the G Nikes and all this. Could be true. But every last one of them kids was enrolled in that school. I'm going to tell you that now.
Yeah, his actions, his stuff prove itself right now at Talladega. He recruiting still. So
yeah.
But don't just kidding about that, but he's still a great recruiter.
Let me tell y'all something. When I was in school, when I was going to Kennedy, it's times that now this ain't gonna be popular, of course, but there was times that I needed a pair of shoes and my parents didn't have the money to get it. So I'm certain that if, let's just say Miguel did get some of them students some shoes, I'm certain that it was some of them that actually needed a pair of shoes. Like, no lie.
Yeah.
So if Miguel blessed even one child with a pair of shoes that actually needed a pair of shoes, God bless him.
Absolutely, man.
I'm not looking at the. I know we look at the petty side of it, but I'm looking at the man. It probably was like he was getting churned all out the ninth ward. You know how many of them dudes out the ninth ward had a spinning top that had a screw in it? They couldn't even afford a spinning top with a regular thing in it. They had to have the screw. They couldn't even play googie.
I don't see a problem with recruiting like that because look, they doing it in sports, they're doing it in everything else. So, man, if you can get it, how do you get it? You get it. You dig? I just use it as a joke. But if you got to do what you got to do, hey, Miguel came to New Orleans and bought every New Orleans high school band student to Talladega when they first opened up, and showed us the school. It was nothing up there, and then he ended up with 300 people in his band.
Let me say this.
Like,
I don't want to talk about this. Y'all keep going. I don't want to talk about
it. I seen Mr. Will Rollins recruit a kid in the hallway before. I mean, that's some cool stuff them dudes be doing.
I'm gonna say this. Let me say this about that era, dog. And I'm gonna say this, and this shit might go bad.
What era?
The 02 to 05 era. The 02 to 05. This shit might go bad.
That's before my time, so I don't care.
That's a free fall.
Let's not act like that fucking killed the city of New Orleans, band-wise.
Band was trash that era from 05 to like the 3, 4, 5. It was
Let's
going down.
not act like the loyalty factor with band didn't get killed in that era. And a lot of the shit that was blamed on today, bands came from right before Katrina.
Exactly, because all the old band directors retired, man. We had no guidance. They had no guidance at all, man. None.
Who was the assistant band directors?
Assistant band directors are just assistant band directors.
Well, they had all that guidance all that time. What happened?
No. The head band. See, Will was probably one of the oldest band directors in the system at the time.
And he was a young man.
Yeah.
He was a young man.
I'm saying this. Like, look, let's say you the head band director, and Will. I hate calling Will because I respect him so much. Mr. Rollins was the assistant band director. and then you retire, he's supposed to be able to pick your shoes right up and keep rolling.
No, Darrell. Listen, let me say this from a when I went to Kennedy, Lo. I don't want you to be offended by this, okay? But I appreciate Lo and all he did for me. I fell in love with Lo while I was at Kennedy, but I came to Kennedy to march under Doc. If Doc wouldn't have been there, I wouldn't have came. So there you go.
Yeah, I understand that.
A lot of assistant directors really have. I don't say work, but like that's one thing I always ask. Why? Let me
tell you this.
I can't even tell you who the assistants are at Carr. I know who Chalupa is though. I can't.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people.
I'm saying this, dog. If Chalupa go down, whoever the assistant should be able to keep running that program as if Chalupa, because Chalupa is the head. Chalupa should be
but Chalupa, but you don't understand. Chalupa don't have the name that Lloyd Harris and Doc Harris and Mr. Hampton and all of them had. Them dudes' name was a draw. Doc never even recruited like that.
Matt, let me ask you this question, D. Dad, let me ask you this question. How many assistant band directors you know out there right now can be a head band director? All jokes aside.
I can't name
That's
one.
a different animal. That's a different totally
I can name some.
No. I say D.
Oh.
You're a band director. You're a band director. You know who got what in they, you know who have what into them. You know what they can and can't do.
You're right, but I'm saying this. That means the band director is slipping then because
everybody not a leader, Darrell. Everybody is not a leader, brother.
You don't even have head band director. Don't even have money to pay assistants. A lot of people assist these high head band directors doing it off of love or part of a small stipend.
Brandon Barnes, I was just about to say that. Brandon Barnes, I was just about to say.
When Mr. Jackson stepped down that sudden, Hammer stepped in and kept that going.
You talking about band directors who've been through it. They've been through it. We're talking about assistants that's their hobby going to help out. That's what we're talking about.
If Wilbur Rollins miss a week, Gregory Roberts could run that program.
For how long?
We're not talking about missing no week. I'm talking about you got to order the buses. I'm talking about you got to make sure all of the we're not talking about writing music. We're talking about everything that goes into being a director. Let me say this, Darrell. When I went to Kennedy, I was so cold on snare. I ain't had no problems. I'm sorry, Pat, you're not gonna like this. I ain't had no problems out of nobody on no snare line. And you know what? Check this. Hold on, Pat. And they kept me as far from being a section leader as they could, because while I was good on snare, I wasn't a leader then. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it do make sense.
I was excellent on snare. I wasn't a leader.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody sound like Charlie Brown.
Hey, Pat, please mute your phone, brother.
I understand. Put in position.
What he got in his background, man?
Hey, Pat, we're going to bring you off and bring you back on. Your phone tripping. We can't.
My phone was muted. My phone was muted.
Look what he got in his background.
Okay. Man, it was somebody else's background. Huh?
He trying to prove. Look what he got in his background, Pat.
He wanted to see in the background. Look, he's in this guy.
Oh my God, that shit. Now I'm playing, man. But what you was saying, Lo? What you was saying, Lo?
About what?
No, that was me. I was saying.
What you said, Darrell?
I understand that people are put in positions for a reason. You know, the head band director is the head band director for a reason. But what I'm saying is, when y'all are saying that in 02 to 05 that all the band directors was retiring, well, people were still like life still goes on. People were still graduating from college, becoming band directors, and people were still working with those programs, you know, that could keep that program at least. I'm not saying at the same level it was, but keep that program floating. You know, say like it's crazy to me to say since Lo is leaving, 35 is gonna lose everything that is gained. No.
Hey, Darrell, Lo asks you a very straight up question. Answer it. How many assistant band directors do you know that would be head band directors? That would be great band directors and keep everything organized and keep everything afloat. How many?
I don't know too many assistants right now. So I know head band directors, so I can't answer that.
I'm saying that he's Walker brother. I don't think you realize how spoiled we was at Walker. You know what I'm saying? Cause listen, bro.
I know.
Listen, well, I'm thinking about as he asked that question. I can't think about a high school director that has somebody that even have the credentials to get hired to replace somebody. I don't just sit and talk shit. I'm just saying one. That'll make them not good. It just, you know what I'm saying? But that luxury alone too, a lot of the assistants, you can name assistant band directors, they just doing it all for the love or just because they rock with the person, you know what I'm saying? So on top of the school board, like Mike and Booker T. Walsh, I know that's one of the first band directors I know who got one of his assistants hired on as a para. Para is one of those positions you get at school, but it's easy to get on. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, it's hard out here for these high school band directors to have assistants. To even have an assistant is a blessing. Johnny, you got an assistant, you know what I'm saying? Like not a assistant, you got an assistant, but like somebody of replace me caliber. It's hard. And that thing is like, that's what we don't talk about. So can we use this time to give the high school band directors in the city of New Orleans credit for all they do with making something happen out of nothing? You know what
when I'm saying a lot of those dudes couldn't be band directors, I'm talking about, I'm not even talking about education. We can get to that later. I'm talking about, would you trust this dude to sit down and have parent conferences with parents? Does this dude have the maturity to sit down and not stoop to the level of children when they get frustrated? Does this dude is he able to communicate effectively with school administration and get things done? Does this dude, I mean, like, how mature is this dude? Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So when I say a lot of these dudes couldn't be band directors, I'm saying because they themselves haven't grown up yet. I'm not even talking about education. I'm talking about a lot of these dudes not leaders.
A lot of them only know how to play one instrument.
Put Javon Pull on comment up.
Yeah, a lot of them only know how to play one instrument too. So that's one work.
That too. I mean, that
exactly, Javon. That's what I'm saying. Some of the heads are lazy, so it ain't gonna be hard to make a program better when the head band director trash too. Man, half the head band directors in New Orleans trash.
Okay,
so it'll be easy to make them better, make the band better.
No, it's not. Listen, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
No, don't do that. You have your message.
I think you're kind of wrong on that, bro. D. If the band directors nowadays had the same thing that the Walter Harris and Lord Harris had as far as guidance from the school board, instruments, uniforms, scheduling, they'll be okay. A lot of us dealing with not having any of that. Since the start, we haven't had a supervisor, and I've been preaching that shit for the longest. No supervisor to hold us accountable. Ask the bone what happens in that. Huh?
Always the paddle.
Hey, Lo, we've had that conversation. We know what's going on in Baton Rouge and Texas and everything. I understand that, but we all when you take that job as a head band director, you know that you know what you're going into, right?
And I'm gonna tell you this: there's a shortage of band directors. Period. So you get what you get.
Right.
They got schools available right now. They can't fill right now in the city.
Yeah, and I understand that.
My old school,
but you gotta play the hands that's dealt to you, right?
Yeah.
Right now, look, if you pull up on your job at the new school that you're going to, and they say you can no longer wear black shirts. Guess what? You gotta do what you gotta do. If they say if you go to school, they say you can't. You gotta like whatever situation. You gotta make sure you are prepared to handle that situation. So I think a lot of these things be excuses that these band directors be coming up with.
That's apples to orange, because guess what? We talking about something totally different. Black shirt and this and that. That's one thing. But they tell you got to go out there and perform, but you're not going to have no band class. You got to do it after school. What you think gonna happen?
Right. And listen, you see something he making that. That's why when y'all be saying like how good the old school bands was, and I have so much time, I know what our band directors didn't have. You know what's crazy? Remember when you was at Walker coming to assist every day? You know what I'm saying? Remember we used that Walker come and help assist every day when Walker first got started. We had a little smaller office on the side.
Yeah.
I was happy to have both of the Rollins in as directors. You know what I'm saying? So the stuff, that's what I also give to. So you got to think about like how I feel about saying, no, we talk about, I feel like they had everything. But something simple as getting kids out of middle school that know how to play, that's why I kind of commend these band directors at the Storm a lot too. You know what I'm saying? We was good at Walker even after I said the old heads left or whatever. Let's talk about 9-10. And like we had just started getting middle school kids, the ones from Birmingham, you know what I'm saying? Like that knew a little something. So that's the respect I be trying to let y'all have for these new directors and all the good programs that they have now. Because we don't have a foundation like that. And that's important.
You know why I left, Andy? Darrell, you know why I left, right?
I don't know what.
To start the music program at 32 to feed Will.
Yeah,
that's why
I understand that. I understand that. And what I'm saying, and look, I get everything that y'all saying. And somebody made a point. A lot of these band directors think they know what they get into until they get into it.
Right.
I'm not talking about them because they don't last. They gonna weed themselves out. I'm talking about the dudes that get in here. They know what they get into, and they still make excuses for it.
I think a lot of the time
they want the fame. Being a band director, that shit.
Yeah, that's it right there. And I think that's bad because now you're cheating the students. You're cheating the students now, and you cheating them of a chance to have a great experience as a band student. I was fortunate to have a great experience because my band director didn't cheat us. There's band directors in New Orleans and everywhere, not just New Orleans, cheating these students.
I agree with that. But you're talking about two different things, Darrell. But I agree with you about your last point about students getting cheated. Definitely.
A lot of the I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. I think a lot of the time when it comes to band directing, I think where a lot of band directors get lost at is not even with the teaching part. It's with the other side, the business side. A lot of them don't know how to run businesses. Like that's the biggest key to being a band director, like running a business. It's like you have to know how to be structured. Like I think all band directors should know. Well, I ain't gonna say all, but all of them should know how to teach. Like, come on, you should know the ins and outs of teaching. Not all.
You would think that. Let me just jump on that right quick. You would think that, but no. Okay.
I'm just saying. I would think that. But
guess what point they missing, Johnny, on that? Guess what the key is? Now, it may go over somebody's head. You just have to know more than the student.
Yep.
Take it like that. It's a little bit more than that, but you need to know more. I'm not a flautist at all. I don't like the flute at all, but I know more than my students on flute to teach them.
But this was all right. I used to think like that, Lou. But I'm gonna tell you what made me excel at other things. When I feel as though sometimes that's also
Javon striking out. I feel as though Javon say, "Oh, goddamn, that too." I see it happen all the time. Oh my God.
I won't go say it, but yeah.
And look, you do got to be better, bro. Like how could you expect? Well, and I'm saying this. There's gonna be some students that's just as good as you on an instrument. But if you just trash on your horn and you trying to teach me something, I'm not listening to you.
So let me. I'm about to make a point. I was about to make a point.
Who the best coaches in the NFL and the NBA right now? Who are the best coaches? Not the superstar players when they were. No, Jordan can't coach a team.
Yeah,
but is that backup who sat on that bench and learned from the outside looking at everything.
Yeah. So look, what I'm saying is you can do just as much as I can do, right? And you know the game just as much as I do. But if you on the court and you cannot, and they on the court and they just shooting air balls like Giannis is, I'm not listening to you on how to shoot the ball. You did.
Though, but the harsh reality of it is, we can sit back and clown these band directors who just come in and get these spots. Like we just said, there's a search for band directors right now. So even these people who getting these jobs done, like I ain't gonna say I'm ready for settle for something than nothing because I see Marvin talking about the potential, but like if people don't get these band director jobs, you may lose the program. You know what I'm saying? You should heard a well qualified legend in the city say he set a program for 2 years to put a band-aid on it. You know what I'm saying? No, you work for Inspire Nola. I taught for Inspire Nola for 4 years. I understand the ins, the outs, how the charter school works. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say something, but I know the backup behind a lot of these band directors problem. But dog, the scarce for band directors is a problem. So at the same time, we can complain about it, but I'd rather somebody be putting a band-aid over a program and hopefully the kids will get it from somewhere than, having none at all. Which leads to my question. No, do you think, like somebody said, some people don't know when to give up. Do you think as an older band director, a lot of the older band directors should go back to the middle schools or like to help build the foundation to say that?
Damn.
Of course, yeah.
To hear y'all call Low an older band director, man, that dude ain't that old. I know he older than y'all, but y'all acting like Low pushing a walker.
No, man.
Nigga said Low older band director. Good God.
He is my daddy.
Man, look, Low's an older band director. That means you old too, man.
I'll be 50 years old.
And I appreciate that, Low, but God, dog, you're not. I mean, they act like you'll be 150.
No, man, you just trying because you about to get old too. That's what it is. He old enough to be out.
What y'all gotta realize is when, like, I'm low age. When I started, Low was my age.
Right.
So like Felix is starting. I would like Low was that age when Felix was like when Felix was starting.
You know old enough to be Felix daddy.
Who? Low is not me.
Yeah, I'm saying not you. But I'm saying
Low old enough to be my dad, bro. Like that's so old.
He ain't old. He just seasoned.
Man, Low is old enough to be my dad, bro. No lie.
I probably am the dad.
Say, bro,
no way.
What's your mama name?
Say, bro,
what's your mama name?
Don't even worry about it.
You know us band directors, boy. Shit.
That's why, hey, my mom walk a band room.
Say, man, but on the real though, salute to y'all, man. I understand what you're saying. I understand what y'all saying, but what you said, Darrell, about you not listening to the dude on the bench. I mean, the dude that can't shoot. But here's the thing: if you don't want to be looked at as uncoachable, at Kennedy, we got rid of a lot of people. There would be so many people standing around. We got rid of a lot of people because they just didn't want to be told nothing. You don't want to be looked at as hard to work with. If you on that team and Steve Kerr can't tell you nothing, they're gonna find you another team.
No, Steve Kerr.
I know he wasn't Jordan, but they're gonna find you another team.
What I'm saying is, man, if you can't play your 12 major scale, then what we talking about? I ain't talking about Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr can play his 12 major scales in perspective. It's the ones I'm talking about that you have no musical knowledge. You can't teach me, so you cheating me.
Yeah, but no, check this out. You say knowledge compared to actually showing. He may not be able to shoot, but he know the mechanics on how to correct your shooting. That's the thing.
Say, Lou, let me be real. If you could you be in a band with a band out there that you thought couldn't play?
I've never been in that situation before. I don't know.
So just
let me say this. Wait, Doc. Let me say this, Lo. You know how many people in Kennedy Band can outplay Doc on trumpet? We had Andrew Bayham. But now check this out, though. They never changed words with Doc. They never said a word back to Doc.
Hey, look, man, I'm not saying that though, bro. What I'm saying is if you don't know in band, let's keep it straight there because I'm getting sports and band mixed up. If you do not know the basic fundamentals of music, why are we talking?
You shouldn't be.
We're dealing with them. We're dealing with
you should teach them.
The great thing is a whole nother ballgame. Listen, schools need band directors right now. Okay, what y'all want to do? If you had to fire every band director you think not qualified in the city, you know how many band directors get fired? Right now. Okay, so what you gonna do with the kids who wanna be in the band, but you know how we have all these qualifications to get in these schools? We need somebody in the shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's hard that we have to settle for less, but dog, you'd be surprised. A kid can still get motivated being in a band with a band who don't know stuff. Because one, the kid might not know, he might know. He might know he in a sad band, but at the same time, we dealing with a big issue. It's a big issue, bigger than saying
Spitter, how, bro? But I'm not about to take that shit. If you do not know the basic fundamentals of music, you should not be a head band director. I don't care. I'd rather a school go with no band director than to get somebody in there to teach me how to say, go look at it on YouTube.
Bro, did you hear what I said? Bro, listen.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I can't let this one go. Miguel, what are you talking about when you had section in which y'all did? That don't count. Reed was sad. Your section wasn't cold. What are you talking about?
Give me a second.
Y'all couldn't play.
You mixed Mexican. You're a mixed Mexican. That's what you are, mixed Mexican.
We don't come against. I love Hispanics, but I'm gonna say this, Miguel. You gotta relax, brother. Like don't act like having section at Reed.
Speaking of
hell, no weight.
I touched that subject.
I'm messing with my big brother, man. I'm messing with my big brother. I'm messing with him.
I'm not saying that, Bowie. I'm saying this, bro. Like, if you cannot, how you gonna teach me how to walk and you don't know how to walk?
Bro, Darrell, do you get what I'm saying, Darrell? There's a scarce of band directors. Hold on, listen, Darrell. If you tomorrow all the band directors not qualified or quote unquote can't teach your standard are fired, what you want those kids to do?
Say, look, you said there's a shortage of band directors. There's band directors, bro. They got people that get on this show all the time, band directors, and say they love the culture, the city of New Orleans. That are qualified people. You know, they got people.
Darrell, let me ask you a question. Who are these? We're drowning. Can you mute your phone? Because that's loud. I'm sorry. Who are these? Who are these? I'm with Jared Powell on this one. Who are these band directors that don't know? The dudes you're describing know next to nothing about music. They don't know their skills. They know nothing. Who are these people, Darrell? Because I don't see how they still there.
I'm not speaking of anybody in particular. I'm speaking in general. They were saying y'all was saying about music programs are not succeeding and you can't pass them right down. I don't know enough band directors to be calling people by name. I'm just saying this. If it's that bad where you don't have qualified assistants, then why are they there? If they don't know nothing about music, if you can't teach me the B flat concert scale.
Gotta answer. They there because nobody else been there at this point.
But this is the thing though, Darrell. One more time. As good of a snare drummer as I was, they were smart to not let me be the section leader or be the co-section leader. I would have had them little dudes doing all kind of stuff. Dude, some of them assistants, a lot of them, man, they are the epitome of unprofessionalism. Some of them can't even sit down and hold intelligent conversation with just even a child. You don't want them leading and shaping the lives of children. Like some of them dudes doing what they should be doing. That's a fact. I mean, some of the interactions I've had with some of these assistants, I'm like, dog, you probably gonna always be an assistant. Like, because he's just too unprofessional.
It's crazy that we gotta settle for
Miguel. My bands are better than my bands was better than yours. And Dolan, you don't know shit about bass drumming. You played the most easiest instrument. All you hit, one, boom, boom. That's all you fucking played. So stop. You just went to Reed and you was sad and you was and the nigga that was in front of you may get you some and say, please don't fuck me low. Stop playing with me, bitch.
And look, Matt, by the way, you said something about Kennedy and we never marched in the band as good. What was the difference between?
I was messing around, man. I was messing with.
No. I need you to.
Readers from middle school and all this. The boy I got that was cool.
Huh? Hey, look, man, I honestly think that that my Walker band was pretty competitive as far as it comes.
No. I was messing around. Your Walker bands were excellent. I was messing around. As a matter of fact, your Walker bands are one of the few bands, period, after Katrina that I think would have excelled before Katrina. That's a fact. I've said that on this show and away from all of y'all. Y'all Walker bands are excellent. I was really just messing around.
Okay, all right.
As a matter of fact, as good as y'all say, Landry Walker and Carr and all of those bands are now, compared to your Walker band, they are a disappointment. Like that, I mean, that's one of the better high school bands I ever heard. Seriously.
You would say that when I'm on the show.
Yeah, you know, 'cause he meant it. He meant every word of it.
No. I'm serious. That's one of the better high school bands I ever heard. Y'all sounded excellent. What's up? Hey, Dr. Price. Listen, I'm glad you're on here. I want to tell you this in front of everybody. You will never understand how much respect I have for you on so many levels, brother. You nothing but love, admiration, and respect. I see how you out here moving in these streets, and you are one good, solid dude. So respect to you, okay, King?
I appreciate
I
it.
won't go into specifics on why I'm saying that, but I just wanted to say that in front of people.
I appreciate that, and I just want to say I'm always and forever going to be in support of Crucial Conflict. Week after week, y'all are doing some great stuff, so I'm going to remain a supporter. Y'all keep doing y'all as well.
Hey, word there, Marvin.
Hey, I think she got a
two in the same.
Ask your question, Javon. Ask your question, Javon.
Hey, I have a question. I have a question, and this is a question aimed towards the band directors more so. When y'all choose your staff, what goes into it? Because we were talking a lot about assistant band directors and how many of them are not qualified to be head band directors. So I want to know, from a band director's perspective, Johnny Lowe, what do you all look for in an assistant band director?
Low, stay right there. This is what I look for. What did that person bring to the table? Because each assistant brings a different type of flavor to your band. Each assistant, like Spud was drum major, so I know Spud will have the leadership and the discipline aspect of things. And I know James, because he had a lot of the for as he was just a music nerd in so many words. So I know he would bring that aspect to the game. So, but I screen my assistant real well. Screen my assistant real well.
So let me ask you this question. It's a follow-up question. I don't know where Low is, but when you have an assistant director on your staff, do you have them on your staff with the mindset to one day train them to be head band directors?
Definitely. Definitely.
That's what the fuck I've been saying.
Let me tell you why.
Okay, no. But you know what? Okay, but Johnny, are you telling me that everybody that works under you is eventually going to be a band director, or that you training them to be that way?
I'm training them to learn everything that I know as a band director. Yes.
Exactly. Bro, I've been saying this the whole time.
You can't, but you can't teach people to lead, though. You cannot teach people to lead.
Well, don't hire them.
Matt,
you just said uncoachable people.
There are people that work for me that are not leaders, but they still necessary, Darrell. They're not leaders, but they still damn good at their job.
Hold up, Marvin.
Matt, you just said you wasn't the section leader. They could still be on staff, but not as the assistant director.
But let me tell you something, man. I understand what you're saying. I'm not gonna never say that person gonna be a band director, but I'm never as a band director not gonna show them the ropes about what goes on as being a band director.
Right. And look, Johnny.
Okay, got you.
And the reason why I asked that is because I listened to your conversation, and I know I've known you for about a decade. I remember when you were the assistant band director at Xavier Prep under Lester Wilson. So I've literally watched you grow in your career from an assistant band director to a head band director. And I guess I was just trying to figure out, that's why I came on the show. What do you think was in you as an assistant band director that's not in a lot of these assistant band directors today?
So let me say this. I was under Mr. Lester Wilson, and I always tell people my career, I always thank Mr. Lester Wilson for letting me have that opportunity at Xavier Prep. And the crazy thing is, it was all girls. I started with all females, which really taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? At one point, like the way Mr. Wilson do things, he always try to teach you. He always try to teach you, like, I don't ever know if he ever saw it in me to be a band director, or something like that. But he always would try to teach me. So I just was always a sponge. I never challenged him. I understood my role as an assistant. One of the things as an assistant that I always remembered is you could give suggestions, you can give your opinion, but at the end of the day, it's the band director decision on what's going to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I always took that with me. But Mr. Wilson showed me the business side of stuff. He showed me different techniques. Like I learned a lot under Mr. Wilson. I was always a leader. So, that was always in me. But it was just that being around Mr. Wilson, being around people like your sister that was getting good on the instrument, like pushed me to do better. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not gonna go live on my other channel, but once again, y'all, thank y'all for having me on. Don't forget high school band camp this Sunday, Booker T. Washington. Bring y'all kids out, let them know everything free. For the star-studded lineup, I appreciate y'all for having me. See y'all later.
Nice, man. Hey, look, wait, Marv, you asked those questions, and those questions were very good. Johnny, I'm gonna ask this question to you. If you say you're band director, Mr. Lester, right?
That was who I was under, Mr. Lester Wilson.
Right. If he knew that you were a leader and that you were gonna be great as a band director, you think he would have kept you around if you were a cancer to his? If he was teaching great, he was doing all this great teaching and stuff like that, and you was not qualified and you was not teaching the kids the right stuff to make them better, you think he would have kept you around or he would have got rid of you?
So you got to know Mr. Wilson to kind of know how he run things.
Yeah, I don't know him, so I can't know him.
So like when he taught, like my job was to I was helping out certain sections. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really challenge him on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I understood my role.
Right.
Man, that's some years ago too.
But it's important to also point out, if I can recall, I know it's been some time, Mr. Wilson only had one assistant, and that was you.
Yeah.
And so that's something that needs to be pointed out as well.
All these great band directors didn't have piss poor assistants next to them. That's all I'm saying.
Big staffs, huge staffs. Everybody want to wear a suit and stand in front of the band, but ain't a lot of them qualified to be band directors.
Yeah, okay, but let me say this though too. Johnny,
go ahead.
Okay, no, but Johnny, so a lot of those band directors had great staffs, but look at the pedigree Johnny came from. Johnny came from up under Mr. Foy and Mr. Dickerson. It was inevitable that Johnny was going to be he went to Southern. Johnny, his improvisation on his horn is amazing. It was inevitable that Johnny was going to be something great. So if you have Johnny as your assistant, then of course it's gonna be cracking. Man, a lot of these dudes didn't come from up under great band directors. A lot of them can't really play themselves. A lot of them didn't have that much going on.
But Matt, I can say one thing right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Going under Mr. Lester Wilson, this is what I always tell young band directors: understand who to go under. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, I learned so much under Mr. Wilson. Like I didn't know jazz before I got under Mr. Wilson. Like I didn't know band structure, certain things about band. Like I went to Southern, I went to Abe. I understood but when it came to the real enhanced theory stuff, breaking down stuff, Mr. Wilson was that guy that really taught me a lot of things, bro. I'm gonna just be real with you.
Do you know what a quality band sounds like?
Did I know what a quality band? I went to Southern, so I did. I understood what a quality band sound like. But it's certain, but listen, it's certain methods like intonation that I had to get better at.
I get what you're saying, brother. But look, check this out. some of these dudes, their perspective is way off because they've never been in or they've never been in a quality band. They never saw it built. They
Well,
never
Matt,
saw. Hmm.
I'll say this: just because you can know what a quality band sounds like, but not know how to create a quality band. That's my take.
Well, let me say this. I started when I saw Loadem. I'm glad he on there. I'm glad he came back for this. I saw Loadem start from the summer with dudes that could barely even hold a trumpet.
Yeah.
And by the time football season start, because we had a system at Kennedy and it worked every year. It was the Kennedy way. I don't care what you come in knowing. By the time football season start, by the time that jamboree start, you might still be a little rough. By the time the first game come, we cracking. Our first game was St. Aug every year.
Right.
We cracking every year. But
Javon had. Go ahead. My bad. I thought you were finished. Let's
no,
take
what
it
you got?
to Javon's question of what is what do we look at as the quality band? What is a good band? And I'll let you go ahead, Johnny. Because you're a band. What do you think is equates to a good band?
See, a lot of people think, and this where it gets tricky, because a lot of people think having a quality band is your marching band. It's a combination to me of both, bro. You got to have both. You got to have both. Like you got to have a good something that's good marching band, and you have to have that good concert band. You know what I'm saying? So when you ask what is a quality band, you asking from the marching band aspect of it, or you asking from let's stop saying band. Let's say a quality program. Let's say program, because I think a lot of the times we say bands, but it's when you teach and you're a music teacher, you don't try to teach for band. You try to teach for your program. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of the people when they say, "Well, this band was the best band," while some of y'all be trying to be the best band, I'm trying to have the best music program. You feel what I'm saying? And it's a difference. So the best music programs have different ensembles where kids can showcase their talent and learn. So classical, jazz, brass ensemble, woodwind ensemble, all these different ensembles, marching band. Like a lot of the times, marching band, we focus on marching band, but kids should be introduced to a lot more.
I agree. Go ahead, Matt. I know you want to answer that.
No, what y'all got? I'll go
I
with
mean, to me, like something exactly what Johnny was saying. I mean, I think a great band program is built up from the ground every year. You know, each program every year. You know, like right now, you have summer band where you have the students that you're going to be bringing in. You know, a great program is going to take those students and try to get them as far along as possible to the level of comfort when the rest of the band comes in, and then when the rest of the band comes in, they're on the same level. But now, not only stopping at marching band, having a concert band is gonna concert band helps out a band program in so many ways. I learned how to read music in concert band. I didn't learn how to read music playing marching band music because it's
Also, I forgot to leave out one thing. Also, when you say a good quality, because we talk about quality music programs, right?
Right.
A quality music program is when you don't have to rebuild every year. You consistently moving forward from year to year. You consistently, even when your new kids come in, you're not taking a step back because all those kids, like Matt said, and like I think Lo said it too, it's a system that's in place where kids are learning your program and it's consistently going. Like Will has a system, Walker has a system.
Absolutely.
Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At Kennedy, you basically just plug them in. We need. Exactly. I mean, you plug and play.
Let me tell you how this
what you say, Lo?
Let me tell you this, Matt. It's more than just plug in because who was utilized the most? The teacher was one thing, but the students who was under that direction for a couple of years helped to teach.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's how
That's what I was getting to.
Yeah, look, we did that with Roots. I'm gonna be honest with you. We had like 19 kids when we first started. Once we taught the first few what we need to do, they went off. They became not section leaders at that moment, but that's what section leaders do. You know,
That's
teach
the
because
Kennedy way.
you learn more. That's just that's not just Kennedy way. That's what been going on for centuries. You know,
Man,
you
that's the
learn better
Southern
from
way,
your
bro.
peers. You learn better from your peers than you do a teacher. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I want to, if y'all don't mind, I know Lo was off the show when I asked Johnny this question. I want to kind of get his feedback on it as well. Lo, what's up?
What's happening?
Hey, Larry, chill out, dog. We coming
No,
back. We coming
no,
back.
go ahead. Ask him.
Hey,
I got 10 minutes.
Hey, when you choose your staff, do you choose with the mindset that they could one day be head band directors, your assistants?
I would hope that would be the case, but you know, you have to choose a staff that can give you the time. That can give you the time. You know, that's one thing, because everybody have their own jobs. You don't get paid to be an assistant much. If you get a stipend, it's a couple $100 a month at the most. You still have to survive. So I try to get that if I can, and it happens, but that's a hard one because they're not getting paid a lot, bro.
Man, I mean, Lo, are you choosing quality time or are you just choosing time?
I mean, it's gonna have to be quality time. It has to be.
Exactly. That's all I gotta say. You ain't just choosing any time.
No. I mean, because if you're not helping out in certain ways, then you gotta go.
Exactly.
Man, I'm being real. Some of them dudes, listen, you just need the right music. You're not a good leader. Like some of them, I mean, like it, and it's nothing wrong with that, man. Like when I play in bands, somebody has to lead and everybody else follows, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody is not a leader. I'll rather fancy times when I can show up to the gig and get my check and leave, and somebody else handle all the logistics of the gig. Like it's nothing wrong with that.
But Matt, if Johnny can't walk away from his band at a parade and expect everything to be the same, then he got a problem.
We talking about for a few minutes. I'm talking about everything that Loden have to do, starting from the summer before school to the last day of school for graduation. I'm not talking about stepping away from the band for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but the band director also have to show them that path as well. You know, somebody made a comment before. I do think Gregory Roberts can do it. I know for a fact that he can do it.
Yep.
I know he can. You know, if he wanted to leave his money behind and do it, that's he can do it.
Yeah.
A lot of folk can't do it because they the head man in charge. First of all, a lot of them. That's why they get pissed off at me. But a lot of them, how can I put this? A lot of them don't show because they're afraid that they're gonna know more and do better, and then take the glory away from them. You shouldn't have to worry about no glory at all. Period. If I'm the head man, I'm not worried about Johnny taking my spot. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not. Because if it's not about the children, what the fuck are you? What the hell are you there for?
Exactly.
What's going on with the real?
Exactly.
I mean, for real.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I've been talking about cheating the kids the whole time.
You're gonna get more glory doing right by children than you are gonna get the big head. You may get a little glory for a year, but it's gonna go all downhill from there.
Thank you.
You know how many kids I didn't taught at Roots at 35. A lot of folk don't even know. You think I'm worried about it? Hell no. I look, knock on wood, I have never gotten fired from a job. You got to know how to do certain things. You got to do things politically correct, so to show people what the outcome is going to be. Don't just do shit that you are spiteful, you're going to get fired.
Shout out to you, Lo. I'd have definitely been fired before.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have been told, please don't come back.
Politically correct. You got to do it politically correct, period. If you don't do it, you're going to be in trouble.
Lo, that's some real shit you just said.
Man, I've been saying that the whole show. Y'all been calling me like I was crazy, and Lo just came and said the same thing. Bro, Lo, this is why you never been my band director, but I've always looked at you as my band director. Because you spitting that real.
Yeah, you look up to a lot of Kennedy dudes, Darrell. You really do.
Darrell, you'd have learned a lot more coming by me, though.
Nah, man. Hey, look, Lo. I have to go, man.
I'm the only one can talk about my brother in this bitch.
Hey, look.
Shit, I can talk about
me and your brother smash you every time we sing you then.
What year were you at the Walker, bro?
I was at you wasn't a headbander. We would have smashed every time, but I was at 09 to 12.
He was at Walker the year that got smashed by St. Aug.
Man, stop it, man. Look, this is not
Leave St. Aug out of it. Leave St. Aug out.
This is not the show for that, Mr. Dr. Price.
We don't need to retire too.
Hey, fellas, I'm sorry, bro. Listen, I don't know if y'all know, I'm in my little second leg gig. You know, I went back to UP. Hold up. Yeah, my bad. I gotta get this truck out here by 9:15, bro. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all letting me, tell everybody what's really going on. It's been a plan for a while, and I'm so happy that Felix got it. But again, hold up. Again, don't expect Felix to come out swinging now. He has to rebuild, totally rebuild, and that's another reason. That's a reason why it was so easy to let him come in. So now he wants to.
It's that Kennedy phone, man.
Hey, I know one thing. Felix is gonna. He's not gonna accept nothing but good things.
Hey, Lou, I'm really happy that you came to explain your stuff, because I thought you was leaving because you got tired of getting your ass whooped by me. But I really thought that was the reason. But I'm happy you came to explain yourself, Lou. Thank you, Lou. What's up, East Scales? We got how much time we got? We got that much time.
None.
What's time? We're 13 minutes over.
We got time for you. What's up, East Scale?
Oh shit, man. What's up, fellas? I was sitting here. Y'all was talking about different things. Y'all, so I forgot what I actually wanted to talk about. Some of the stuff y'all was talking about. Shit. I'm just sitting here listening, man. Just sitting here listening, man.
We a little over time, and we not trying to get fired off the show. It has been another great show. I'm sorry I had to be late. I had to work.
Can I say one thing right quick?
Yeah.
Miguel Perat, you was what's wrong with America. Real shit. You was what's wrong with America. Like, we need to take your green card. Real shit. Because you always talking about Abe, but you talking about Abe when you was at Reed. But your Reed band was sad. Like,
wait, Miguel talking that shit. Hey, pull up that Reed. We gonna play that Reed footage on the way out.
Yeah,
we need to play that. That's what we need to do.
Before y'all pull it up, I wanted to say something as you close. What y'all do each week is amazing on this show. That's why I support more than, and not only just through my viewership, through financially as well. So all of
blessings,
the
brother,
that are still here, and you watch this show weekly, I encourage you all to submit some stars. It don't cost much, but I think we should support our own, because they take their time out of their busy schedules to do what they got to do. They're all musicians. They all have professional jobs. And the fact that they get off these jobs and do what they do best, I think we all need to sow into to something that's positive, and that's something that's shedding light on our community. So I encourage everybody to either submit some stars or Cash App them. Their Cash App hashtag is $Crucial Conflict WLC. So make sure y'all sow into something that's really important to the band community, because they are shedding a lot of light week after week. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all.
Man, we appreciate you, Marvin. Marvin, I want you to speak at my wedding renewal, man. You sound so.
Boy, don't he sound anointed? Marvin be sounding like he about to call off a scripture.
Hey, you should have.
He really do.
You should have passed the offering around this now,
man. We need more like Marvin. Hey, Robin, I'm sending you a clip right now that I want you to play.
I can't find it.
I found it already. Don't worry about nothing. I got you covered. Robin, I just sent you something. I want you to. We're gonna run this on the way out of the show, because I think it's necessary. Because listen, this is another problem we have. I think as people, sometimes we forget where we came from. Sometimes we end up in a better situation and we forget our super humble beginning. Like we go to Southern, and we go to these very illustrious schools, and then but sometimes we need a friendly reminder of what it was hitting for and with the program we were a part of. So, Robin, when time permits, can you roll that beautiful bean footage, please, my love?
We go to Southern and we hold ladders. All kind of stuff.
Yeah, we please. Okay, can y'all mute your phones? Hey, when this go off, we gonna review this after it go off.
Ladderman. Look at his shirt. His shirt more yellow than the other nigga's shirt.
Johnny, mute your phone. Robert, can you start from the beginning? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's cool.
Who going first? Can I go first? Can I go first? Who first? I don't want to go. I don't want to. Who first? Just let me know. Okay, it's Cass. What did you think about that footage? You don't want to say, brother? What did you think? What did you think about the upper brass?
Was that let me ask you a question. Was that the tape? Was it an old VHS tape or something? Was that the tape doing it?
Oh no, I'll show you some other old VHS tapes. I'll show you Kennedy from 91. That was 93. What you think, brother? Ain't no sideways talk, brother.
Hey, I think there's about 5 schools after the song that would have punished them.
That was it needs some work. I'm gonna say that.
it needed some work. Okay. I needed some work. I like that, brother. That was a very politically correct way of putting it. What you think, Johnny?
I think that's the worst fucking shit I ever heard in my life. For a Mexican to keep on talking about Abe, this is a blasphemy for you to continually talk about Abe, about how horrible. Then a drum major, ooh, fuck me, low tight boys. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the Reed shit that goes on, because they have taken too many L's. Reed is the gayest school that ever was in Orleans Parish before Katrina. They did nothing but they did a lot of stuff that was not godly in the eyes of God. It was not godly. They had one dude had a regular yellow shirt. The other dude had a PP yellow shirt. Reed, that sounded very horrible. And for Miguel to always talk about Abe, it's a blasphemy. And you need to set up, Miguel, and you hold that ladder at Southern. So you don't get credit for Southern.
Damn, bro, I ain't never held.
Somebody that's on Bourbon Street with a good talk.
Held no ladder at Southern.
He like somebody on Bourbon Street with a good talk. That's what Miguel like with a beanie on.
Okay, let me say this, Miguel. Honestly,
that band goes in the category with the Sophie rights of the world.
Miguel, honestly, it's also you had a dude with a yellow shirt on, you had one with a PP yellow shirt on, and then it looked like one of them had a shirt that had literally been pissed on. Like it looked like it started out white and somebody drunk a case of Coors Lights and pissed. And let me say this, the band sound worse than the shirt looked. Miguel, you gotta relax, brother. You don't that shit was terrible. That shit was terrible. It was awful. And I don't want to hear anything about how that was after your year. No band is excellent the year before, and then that happens.
With the same director.
Yeah, no, well, it was a different director. The band was bad. I don't remember nobody talking about ooh in '92 Reed was knocking their heads because they weren't. It wasn't happening. Y'all were okay. Y'all were okay. Dude, that is quite possibly the worst trumpet section I ever heard in my life. That is possibly it. Like next week on the show, if anybody can find any footage of a worse trumpet section, can you inbox it to me? We gonna play it because it needs to be played. Because them dudes, they didn't give a damn about what came out of them horns, and the fact that the drum major looked so happy to be waving his mace in front of that band. Good God from Zion, what is he so happy for? Yes. What is he so? He was elated to be in front of that piece of shit.
That's
So
that fuck me low type shit. That's that fuck me low type shit. I'm telling you.
so anyway, Big Bro, I love you, but there's levels to this. The extent of your musical greatness is you went to Southern for about 20 minutes and you marched. That's it. You're and you're losing sight of that. You went to Southern, and for one semester, and they couldn't wait to get you out of there. They couldn't wait. So don't forget that. Don't forget that, brother.
The only time Miguel touched the field is marching back and forth from the practice field in the stadium.
I always wonder, like, I'm not gonna do that because
remember that David Chappelle. Remember David Chappelle reacted on R. Kelly said, "Won't you pee on me?"
Nah, man. Listen, I'm really messing around. I like Miguel. Miguel, please leave me alone. Let me say this about y'all. Certain people I don't like doing this with because I care about you. I care. You know what I mean? Miguel, you one of them people. Can you stop, man? Like, I don't want to do this. I didn't want to send that footage for it to be played, but you made me do that. You literally forced in my hand.
You know what Miguel?
Hold up, man. I got one more thing to Miguel. Hold up, man. I got one more thing. Hold up.
Miguel is like Ja is like the Miguel of this time.
Hey, check this out. Miguel, that's funny. Oh, Doc. I see you, Doc.
Wait. What was the hand posture on the ladder? What was the hand posture on the ladder?
You gotta hold it from the side.
Doc, I see your ass. Doc, I see you. Doc, I see your ass, Doc.
Hey, like, did you have to go to training for this?
You say you gotta go to ladder training. You have to. Hey, look. Hold
on, with the sectional for ladder.
Hold on, Rob.
They went to ladder sectional.
Here, he say, Doc, look. When you finish, Doc say, look his doctor. When I finish, goddamn it, you pull it up and you push it.
Wait, John, you gotta go like that.
Look, go. Before I get on the goddamn son, you pull it out. Make sure these two, goddamn it, is going straight down. Because if I fall, fuck you up, goddamn it. Keep my goddamn spirit.
Hey, what happened? What happened when the field show over? You know you about to march off the field. Go.
Hold up.
Boom.
Hold up.
They put them like the Super?
What's parade red, Johnny? What's parade red, Johnny?
Nigga said what parade red. Hey, look, when you marching to the band room, and they call off a song, what they do?
Hold up. This is what they do.
Say, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, on the real, Johnny, it ain't no way in hell. If I'd have been on the ladder, I'm not marching. Like I'm not marching. You know, I'm not marching, dog.
Check. Tweet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, 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 boom. And he got the jag with that big Durant.
That boy Jag on rocket. Boom and everything.
He got the jag on. He driving. Drive, goddamn it.
Pick up your before the fish, they say pick up your feet, drive and blow, and then they tell the ladder people pick up that ladder and make sure that bitch closed.
I know we gotta go. What's the worst thing to wear? I don't know if y'all had the speaker dudes holding the ladder, or you putting the speaker.
You say which one?
Which one is worse? You got to get the ladder, or you got to set up the sound with the speakers.
Oh, you got to set up the sound. The sound is the worst.
That's worse.
The sound, I think the sound is the worst.
At least with the ladder, you get some spotlight time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, with the sound required, the sound required more setup. Like people looking at you out there, you're
not a part of the band because you're in a whole nother part. The whole band over there, you over there.
The ladder person.
He said Miguel probably had to carry the banner for fucking Mardi Gras season. Oh shit! Man,
say, bro, you know what? Nobody from New Orleans should never have to carry the banner, dog. That's messed up for all your partners from high school and your family. Like it should be all out of towners they let do that. Like you shouldn't carry the banner for Mardi Gras and you from New Orleans. Period.
Man, everybody close the squad, bro. Miguel, stop it.
Anyway, fellas, listen, I gotta run. I gotta go do some work. I love y'all. Y'all be easy. Another amazing show. Sorry I was late. But I'm in this thing now. Hey, God bless all y'all. I appreciate all the guests that came on. Salute to all of y'all. I love our culture. I love this band culture. I love this band stuff. And let's keep it pumping, man. I can't wait for next year. The one I enjoyed All-Star season, but the one thing I look forward to is that ushers in the next school year for me. Like that get me ready for that. So I can't wait to see what this next year has to offer. All of the change that's that came about, man. It's gonna be dope. Bands locally, bands all around the country. I look forward to seeing what they done built. So let's do it, man. I can't wait.
Hey, Barrett, thank y'all for tuning in that Crucial Conflict. We gotta get up. I'm hungry. Who's winning the game? Who's winning the game? All right, Robin. Thank you, Robin, for everything you do.
Good job, Robin, as always.
Ladder lights.
Bro.